Hi all, welcome to my YouTube channel. Hope you all are doing extremely well. So today in this video we are going to solve problem of the day on the Geeks for Geeks platform. So today's problem is maximum sum of increasing order elements from n arrays, right? So we'll be solving the problem. First of all, we'll be understanding the problem statement, the logic part, and then we'll be coding it up. So according to GFG, it has been marked as easy. Well, we can say yes, the problem is easy. Okay, before discussing the problem statement, I would request you all that first, please make sure to subscribe my channel if you haven't subscribed our channel till now, and do join our Telegram community as well. The link for the Telegram channel is given in the description itself. Please do consider subscribing, as if it is going to motivate me a lot and I'll be putting more such content for you. So now let's understand the problem statement. The problem says given n arrays of size m each, find maximum sum obtained by selecting a number from each array such that the element selected from the ith array is more than the element selected from I minus 1th array. If maximum sum cannot be obtained, then return 0. Let's understand the same with the help of an example. So here we do have an array, right? Consisting of, so you can see what we are basically having n arrays of size m, right? So this is what we are having here, right? So we are having this 1, 2, 3. 3 arrays we do have. Now what you have to do is you have to select the element from the ith array in such a way that it should be more than the element selected from I minus 1th array. So let's say, and also you have to make sure that we can obtain maximum sum, right? So for in this particular scenario, what do we have? Output we are having 18. Why so? Because we are selecting 4 from this array, then 5 from this array, and then 9 from this array, right? Because we have to obtain the maximum sum, also we have to make sure that from the ith array the element should be greater than that what we have selected in I minus 1. As if here we selected 4, then here we have to select greater than that of the element that we selected from the I minus 1. That's why here we are selecting 5 and here we are selecting 9. So hence the output is 18. Let's have a look on another example. So here you can see we are having 987654321. So here in this scenario, the sum isn't possible according to the given criteria. Why so? Because you can see in this array, all the elements are smaller from all the elements that we do have in this one, right? So that's what the issue we are facing, and hence we are returning 0 here. Okay, so what our task is, we have to complete the function maximum sums that takes number of rows n, a number of column m, to the array arr, and return the maximum sum. If cannot be obtained, then we have to return 0. The driver code takes care of the printing. The expected time complexity has been mentioned, and the auxiliary space they are expecting as the constant, right? So when you will start the thinking process, okay, let's think. So you will be thinking कि ठीक है, यहाँ से, like as if what we have to make sure that whatever element that we are choosing in ith position should be lesser than that of I minus 1th position. So you will be thinking, let's say from here, if you chose this 7, then here you will find out, because here the maximum one is 7, then here you will find out that this all the elements that are here, they all are smaller than that of 7, although we need something greater than that. So we cannot take 7 in that scenario. Okay, then let's take 4. So yeah, in case of 4, the given condition will be fulfilled, as if we are having 5 here, which is greater than that of 4, right? So if you're planning something like, okay, directly take the maximum one, so it will contradict the given criteria. So some kind of backtracking approach, you will be thinking ki one by one we are selecting and then checking, and so this won't be a good solution according to the expected time complexity. So can we do something better than this? Well, you know what is creating the problem? That immediately we are not able to make a decision that which element to take from the I minus 1th position in such a way that ith position should have a greater element, right? So there is a sort of dependency. If we take a reverse scenario, if we think in this way, that let's not do the iteration from this starting itself. What if we are starting checking the elements from the last array? So if this is the last array, so there is no such dependency on this one, right? Okay, so from here you can take, to get the maximum sum, probably you will be choosing the maximum element. So here what is the maximum element? 9. So what you can do is you can store this value, the maximum thing that you have got now, in some variable, and then you can hop on to the this particular array. So you can check that get a maximum value. Also it should not be greater than that of what we have seen previously. So accordingly we'll be choosing here 5. Then change your maximum value according to this array, that is going to be 5. So again in this particular array as well, we have to choose the maximum value, again making sure that it shouldn't be greater than that of 5. So this is how we can come up with a solution, and we can make the time complexity even the expected one. Let's have a more discussion on the approach that we just discussed, and then probably we'll be coding it down. Okay, so as we were discussing for the scenario, for the approach, so we'll be starting iteration from here, and one by one we'll be going through all the array elements. Let's say we started from this array and we'll be going through all the array elements. So for this we'll be maintaining two variables. Let's call them res and hi. Okay, whatever you can name them anything. Okay, so this variable is to make sure that the value that we'll be choosing further in the arrays should not be greater than that of the previous maximum value that we have seen, right? And this one is to make sure that whatever element we are choosing should be the maximum one, right? After this, after satisfying this scenario that the maximum value should not be greater than that of the previous max, however it should be the maximum. Let's understand more on this. So initially we'll be initializing the value of res as integer dot max value, and this one integer dot min value. So we'll be starting our loop. Two loops basically we'll be using. Outer one will be I equal to n minus 1, I greater than equal to 0, I minus minus. Inner one, j equal to 0, j less than m, j plus plus. So what we can do is, and also this high value, what we're going to do is, we are going to initialize this here, that integer dot min value, right? Integer dot min value, and this res has already been initialized the integer dot max value. Now here what we can check is that if the arr ij element on which you are, if it is lesser than that of res, right? So what we have to do is, we have to update the value of high in such a manner, we have to take the maximum, right? So take max. If the value in high is max, take it. Otherwise the ij value, if it is maximum, take it. So as of now, initially we'll be considering 9. So obviously 9 is what? 9 is lesser than that of res, because in res we do have integer dot max value. So res value will be now 9. And in high what do we have? In high what do we have? Maximum of high or arr of ij. So in high we have taken integer dot min value. So obviously which one is going to be the maximum one? The 9. So high value will be updated to 9. Now we'll be proceeding further. So 5, for 5 if you will check, again this condition is going to be true, but in high, as if the value in high is greater, so 9 will remain as it is, right? For 1 as well we are going to check, for 8 as well we are going to check. So that is what is going to happen, right? Now after coming out of this jth loop, what we have to make sure, then when we hop on to this particular array, the maximum element whatever we choose from here should not be greater than that of 9, the previous max. So what we'll be doing is, we'll be updating the value of res as the previous value that we have seen now. So that what we are going to put here, I, and also we are maintaining a sum variable. Initially that is 0, because at the last we have to return sum only now. So That's what we are going to do, right? So sum value is going to be 9 now. Now res value is what? 9, right? We'll be moving to this particular array. So here we will check ijth element, that is 4. 4 is lesser than that of 9, right? And high value, see in this loop itself we have again updated it as integer dot min value, right? So it is again integer dot min value. So in high value, what is maximum? Integer dot min value or 4? Obviously 4. So high value is going to be 4 now. Then for 2 we are going to check. 2 is again lesser than that of 9. Again we'll moving to this if condition. Although 4 is greater than that of 2, so no updation in the value of high. Then 5 we're gonna check. Again 5 is also lesser than that of 9, right? And even 5 is greater than that of the already existing value in high, that is 4. So high value will be 5 this time. And for 1 itself also we are going to check, but the value will remain 5 itself. All right, now what we're going to do is we are going to update the value of res as high. So res value is going to be what now? It is going to be 5 this time, and to sum we are going to add the value of res, that is nothing but 5. The sum value is going to be 14 this time, right? Now again we'll be moving to this particular array. Now we'll be checking this 1 is lesser than that of res. What is the value of res? 5, right? So yes, it is. So high value will be updated to 1, right? Because it is integer dot min value. Again we move inside this ith loop now. So we sorry, we have updated the value of high again, right? Then 7 is lesser than that of 5. No, right? It is greater. Nothing will happen. Then 4 is lesser than that of 5. Yes, it is. And even it is greater than the value that we do have in high. So in high this time we have 4. 3, for 3 also 3 is lesser than that of 5, although the high value is not going to be updated because the value of high is 4, which is greater than that of 3. So this time we'll be coming out of the loop, and res value will be what? Res value will be 4, and to sum we are going to add res value, so we'll be having 18. And now we have gone through all the arrays, so 18 will be our answer. So hope you must have understood the approach. So now let's have a look on the coding part. So here you can see we have taken res, initialize this with integer dot max value, and a sum variable initialized with 0. Now we are moving inside this for loop, initialize with I equal to n minus 1, I greater than equal to 0, I minus minus. Here we are updating the value, like we are having this variable high, initialized with integer dot min value, and on each iteration the value that we are putting in high is integer dot min value itself. Now we are having another jth loop, right, in which we are checking that if ARR of ij value, if it is lesser than that of res, then update the value of high accordingly. If high is maximum, put the value itself, or if ARR of ij is maximum, put that value, right? After coming out of this jth loop, we are checking that if high value is still equal integer dot min value. So when this scenario will be fulfilled, the second example that we checked now, in that scenario, like where we were having 987 in the first array, right? And in the second one we were having 654, because you can see in this whatever you pick, let's say you picked 6 now, that is maximum. Let's say you picked 6. Okay, so here you won't find any element you won't be able to find that is lesser than that of 6, right? Because they all are maximum. So it means the high value is not going to be updated. It will remain as it is because this condition is not going to be true. So that's what we are checking here, is that if high value is equal integer dot min value even after coming out of this jth loop, so we have to simply return 0 because we are not able to find a valid sum. Otherwise we are just updating the value of res as high, and to sum we are adding the value of res, and at the last we are returning sum. So hope you must have understood the code part. Even the code link is provided in the description, right? So thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to share and subscribe this channel. Bye bye.